taking care of this kind of institution. Dr. Nadal, Dr. Talinghog, and Dr. Iyo. Dr. Iyo mapuna siya kay DR na. Diba? And Dr. Nestor Molina. So you have all the doctors in the administration. And I congratulate you for that. It is God's will that the Lord has given you the seat of leaders at this point in time. While in some places we have crisis of leadership. Crisis of leadership. Like some other institutions I would like to mention, but you pray that this particular set of leaders here will not be touched at least for the next maybe 3 years or whatever. The Lord knows what is going to happen. King Kinyong is also coming to in 3 years' time. This King Kinyong will end, but let us pray that the leadership here will not be affected by the needs of other institutions. But whatever God allows, that is always for the best of His work. But the grace of God is always there. And congratulations, maintain that quality of service that you are rendering to our people in this community. Again, congratulations. I'm happy for that. And the leadership of the union is very happy for that. This morning, the fifth presentation that I will share to you, and I have given the title, Pleasure to Pleasure. I don't know if any one of us here, as we work for God, that you don't have pressure at all. Some of you are taking care maybe of a responsibility that is not hard to handle. But I think it is a normal thing that we are under pressure in one way or another. I look at you for the last 2 days, especially the departmental heads. You had a lot of pressures because of that presence of the auditors to certify the hospital again, as this has been certified, of course. And that commendation again that is given to you is actually not just coming to us without any pressure at all. Pressure is always there. I would like to tell you I have a lot of pressures. Maybe in this union, I have maybe the heaviest, I should say, describe that as burdens for all the kinds of work that we are facing every day. Say, for example, not mentioning the humans during this year, just starting this week, right after lunch this coming Saturday, if there is still lunch for me, I will be leaving immediately because early dawn I will be going to Sindangan. Is that not a pressure for me? So I will be calling my wife to come so that I will have somebody to at least wake me up in driving, because I will be driving all the way to Cagayan de Oro, Sindangan. And I will be coming in the evening from Sindangan because it is an executive committee meeting on Monday in the union. And after Monday, there will be an inauguration in Iligan for a new station, AM radio station in Iligan. That is 11. On the 12th, we will be here because of the Hope Channel Board in Davao. On the 13th, I will be in Butuan because we have 20 evangelists from the U.S. They wanted to see the union president before they will start preaching. That is on the 13th. On the 14th, I will be driving to Cagayan de Oro because on the 15th, we are leaving for the U.S. for the General Conference yearly executive committee meeting. You look at that, all the days are already assigned, and I can memorize that because I know where I will be on that particular day. Arriving on the same day, 16th of September, I will have a week of prayer in Chicago Filipino Church the following week, And on the 26th, I will California. On Sabbath, on the 29th, I'll be preaching in Covina International Church. In the afternoon, I will preach in Eagle Rock Filipino Church. It's just like that, you know. October 6th, I will be preaching in between the week. I will have a plan going flying to McAllen because of some evangelists coming next year, 30 of them. And they wanted to have a meeting with me in McAllen, Texas, with the people there with HIMIC. They call themselves HIMIC. You know them. On the 29th, I'll be in Inland Empire. In the afternoon, the 29th, I will be in Altadena Church, the church of Dimi Sisuna, the brother of Helen here. Yeah, it's like that. October 7, flying to the GC for the annual council. 7 up to 17, 10 days of meetings, you know. All of this. On this 18 to 21 is the heritage tour for the Ellen G. White institutions in New Hampshire and somewhere in New York. All of this, and flying back on the 24th of October, arriving here in the 26th of October, and I will have an appointment in Bayugan the 27th, a wedding of the daughter of Dr. Corvilla on the 28th in the Union, a wedding of Siloy Godolano on the 30th in the Union, but on the 29th is another executive committee meeting. You look at that? You don't have pressure doing that kind of work? Wow! And the Hope Impact on November 2 and 3, November 4 starts the Division Council, about 2 weeks also. November 4 to 13, Division Council. And after Division Council, the Union, Northern Mindanao Constituency meeting that coming week. And after that is the Union year-end meeting. And I will be free on the 24th, but there is another meeting. We will die with this kind of work very early. Why I can memorize? Because it is putting pressure on me. But I would like to tell you, in spite of that pressures, when we are working for the Lord, it will turn out to be a pleasure also. It is a pleasure to serve. And don't you know that I don't receive an extra salary for those kind of work? No extra salary. Always on. And the additional kind of preparation that you will do in your time and in your using your mind, all of this. But it is only through the grace of God that we can be sustained. If it were not for grace, fellow workers, maybe I died early. Going back to the kind of work, when I was 23, I was an intern. I was ordained after 3 years and a half. And after 4 years, I was in the youth department of the mission. After 2 years, I was in the union as a youth director also. Stayed there for 12 years, all of this. Ingon ng mga bata ng mga workers. Pastor, how old were you when you started in the department? I said, I was 28 years old. I was the director of the department with Danny in Mr. Mindanao. Pwede sa'yo ba, Pastor, no? Oh yeah, very early. Ikaw man ko no, Pastor, ang batanon ka di, batanon og now. Batanon ko no nakaabot og division ko, maybe, yeah, maybe. Ikaw man ko ng batanon nga presidente ko, yeah, I think that is true. I was 31, I was in the union already. Pastor ng Pastor Minduta, no, ikaw tingali. Ako po ng batanon kayo nga sa'yo, kayong mamatay tungkol sa trabaho. If it were not for the grace of God, fellow workers, thank you, Heavenly Father, Son. If it were not for grace, just like some of you, we are not here anymore. Because pressures, can kill. But in terms of the kind of work that we are doing for the Lord, with our divine connection and relationship with God, you will be surprised that pressures, will turn out to be pleasure. just like adversities, that it will become an advantage.